Pentagon officials released unprecedented data in 2025 that fundamentally challenges our understanding of aerial phenomena over American territory. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office documented a 400% surge in UAP incidents since 2020, with U.S. Navy pilots tracking craft performing maneuvers that defy known physics. These objects accelerate from 0 to hypersonic speeds without visible propulsion systems, execute impossible right-angle turns at extreme velocities, and demonstrate flight characteristics beyond any terrestrial technology. The implications extend far beyond military airspace. These encounters are no longer isolated incidents reported by single witnesses, but systematic observations captured by multiple sensor systems and verified by trained military personnel. The question that emerges from this official data is unavoidable. What exactly are these craft? And why are they appearing with increasing frequency over the most sensitive locations in America? The Pentagon's 2025 UAP statistics reveal unprecedented activity. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office released comprehensive data that transforms UAP encounters from isolated incidents into documented patterns of systematic activity. Between May 2023 and June 2024, ARRO received 757 new UAP reports, bringing their total caseload to over 1,600 incidents under active investigation. These numbers represent only cases where military personnel followed proper reporting protocols and submitted official documentation through established channels. The geographic distribution of these encounters reveals concerning patterns around sensitive military installations. Nuclear facilities have emerged as particular hotspots, with multiple incidents reported at strategic locations including Malmstrom Air Force Base and F.E. Warren Air Force Base. The concentration around these installations suggests these objects demonstrate specific interest in America's nuclear capabilities, echoing similar patterns documented during Cold War era encounters. Of the 757 new reports, 18 cases exhibited flight characteristics that challenge conventional understanding of aerodynamics and physics. These incidents mirror the famous 2004 USS Nimitz encounter, where objects accelerated from 0 to hypersonic speeds within seconds and executed impossible right-angle turns at extreme velocities. The craft demonstrated maneuvers that would subject any known aircraft to gravitational forces exceeding human tolerance and destroy conventional aircraft structures. Former Pentagon officials describe how these statistics represent a fundamental shift in government transparency regarding UAP phenomena. Military personnel who previously faced career-ending consequences for reporting unusual aerial encounters now receive official encouragement to document and report these incidents. The military has established protected reporting channels specifically for UAP encounters, complete with legal protections for service members who come forward with their experiences. The correlation between increased reporting and improved detection technology raises critical questions about whether UAP activity has actually increased or whether enhanced sensors simply capture previously undetected encounters. Military radar systems upgraded with advanced detection capabilities identify objects that older technology missed entirely. Satellite networks equipped with sophisticated imaging detect craft operating in electromagnetic spectrums invisible to conventional sensors. However, the sheer volume of encounters suggests these improvements alone cannot account for the dramatic surge in documented incidents. Expert analysis of UAP characteristics documented in these reports suggests technology that operates beyond current scientific understanding. The objects demonstrate propulsion systems that produce no visible exhaust signatures, electromagnetic emissions, or heat signatures detectable by thermal imaging. These craft operate silently while performing maneuvers that would require energy outputs exceeding conventional aircraft capabilities. The technology observed suggests mastery of physics principles that remain theoretical in terrestrial science. Historical context from recently declassified files provides perspective on current UAP statistics. Project Blue Book documented thousands of UAP encounters between 1947 and 1969, with hundreds of cases classified as unexplained. The Condon Committee investigated additional cases during the 1960s. These historical statistics reveal that current UAP activity represents a significant increase from Cold War-era levels, even accounting for improved detection capabilities and expanded reporting protocols. Military personnel across all service branches now receive official training on UAP recognition and reporting procedures. The Air Force incorporates UAP identification into pilot training programs. Navy flight crews receive regular briefings on UAP encounter protocols. Army personnel stationed at sensitive installations attend mandatory UAP awareness sessions. This systematic approach to UAP education represents a complete reversal of previous policies that discourage discussion of unusual aerial phenomena. ARRO has successfully resolved hundreds of cases to commonplace objects such as balloons, birds, drones, satellites, and aircraft. However, a significant number of reports lack sufficient scientific data for analysis and remain in active archives. These cases may be reopened and resolved should additional information emerge to support analysis. The office operates with unprecedented transparency compared to previous UAP investigation programs, publishing regular reports and briefings for congressional oversight committees. International military cooperation has enhanced UAP data collection and analysis capabilities. NATO allies now share UAP encounter data through classified intelligence channels. British, Canadian, and Australian military installations report similar UAP characteristics and flight patterns to American facilities. This international consistency suggests global rather than localized phenomena, with multiple nations documenting identical propulsion signatures and maneuver capabilities. The Pentagon's disclosure includes technical specifications that challenge conventional understanding of materials science and engineering. UAP demonstrate electromagnetic properties that indicate advanced materials with unusual characteristics. Spectroscopic analysis reveals emissions that don't match known aircraft signatures. These technical details provide scientific data that supports witness testimonies previously dismissed as unreliable. Military installations have implemented new security protocols specifically designed to address UAP encounters. Restricted airspace around sensitive facilities now includes UAP-specific response procedures. Fighter interceptors receive updated rules of engagement for UAP encounters. Ground-based defense systems incorporate UAP identification algorithms into threat assessment protocols. These operational changes reflect military acknowledgement that UAP represent a persistent presence in American airspace requiring formal response procedures. However, these comprehensive statistics represent only officially reported and documented encounters that followed proper military channels. Pentagon officials acknowledge that many UAP encounters remain unreported due to ongoing stigma, career concerns, or security classifications that prevent disclosure. The true scope of UAP activity over American territory likely exceeds current statistics by significant margins. The systematic documentation of these encounters has attracted attention beyond American military circles. Intelligence services worldwide have taken notice of the Pentagon's unprecedented transparency regarding UAP phenomena, with some nations beginning to share their own classified observations through diplomatic channels. Chinese intelligence files expose American UAP encounters. Intelligence cooperation has taken unexpected forms as government officials acknowledge the global nature of UAP phenomena. Former Director of National Intelligence John Brennan and current DNI Avril Haines have publicly stated they cannot rule out extraterrestrial origins for these encounters, marking a significant departure from decades of official skepticism. This acknowledgement has encouraged other nations to share their own classified observations and research findings. Japan's contribution to international UAP research emerged from a 2009 satellite anomaly that captured global attention. Japanese space monitoring systems detected an object performing maneuvers that violated known orbital mechanics while operating near their advanced surveillance satellites. The incident prompted immediate investigation by multiple space agencies, including NASA, the European Space Agency, and the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency. Technical analysis revealed electromagnetic signatures that matched no known spacecraft or debris patterns. The Japanese satellite encounter demonstrated flight characteristics identical to UAP observed by American military personnel. The object accelerated from stationary position to extreme velocities without producing detectable propulsion signatures. Japanese engineers calculated that the maneuvers required energy outputs exceeding conventional spacecraft capabilities by several orders of magnitude. The object appeared to respond intelligently to satellite positioning, adjusting its trajectory to maintain optimal observation angles while avoiding collision protocols. International space monitoring networks have documented similar anomalies across multiple orbital zones since the Japanese incident. European satellites have recorded objects performing impossible maneuvers in geosynchronous orbit. Russian space tracking stations have detected craft operating in polar orbits that demonstrate propulsion systems beyond terrestrial technology. These encounters suggest UAP activity extends far beyond atmospheric flight into space-based operations. The Japanese government's response to their satellite encounter established new protocols for international UAP data sharing. Japanese officials immediately contacted American Space Command to compare observations and technical data. The cooperation revealed that American satellites had detected similar objects during the same time period but had classified the encounters as equipment malfunctions rather than genuine anomalies. Joint analysis confirmed that multiple independent systems had recorded identical electromagnetic signatures and flight patterns. Scientific collaboration between Japanese and American researchers has produced detailed technical specifications for UAP propulsion systems. Japanese physicists studying the satellite encounter data identified energy patterns consistent with manipulation of fundamental forces. The electromagnetic signatures suggest technology that operates by altering local spacetime geometry rather than conventional thrust mechanisms. These findings align with theoretical physics models that remain beyond current human engineering capabilities. Former intelligence officials describe how the Japanese satellite incident changed international approaches to UAP investigation. The encounter provided irrefutable technical evidence that UAP represent genuine phenomena rather than misidentified conventional objects. Multiple space agencies confirmed the data through independent analysis, eliminating possibilities of equipment failure or human error. The scientific validation encouraged other nations to declassify their own UAP encounters and share technical specifications through diplomatic channels. The international cooperation has revealed consistent UAP characteristics across different nations and monitoring systems. European radar installations have tracked objects performing identical maneuvers to those observed by American and Japanese systems. Canadian aerospace monitoring stations have detected electromagnetic signatures that match UAP encounters documented by multiple allied nations. This consistency suggests global rather than localized phenomena, with identical technology operating across international boundaries. Intelligence analysts studying international UAP data have identified patterns that suggest coordinated activity rather than random encounters. The objects appear to demonstrate specific interest in advanced technology, installations, nuclear facilities, and space monitoring systems across multiple nations. Japanese satellites have recorded UAP operating near American military installations, while American systems simultaneously detect similar objects near Japanese defense facilities. The synchronization suggests intelligence gathering operations that transcend national boundaries. Technical specifications shared through international cooperation have advanced scientific understanding of UAP propulsion systems. Japanese electromagnetic analysis combined with American radar data has produced comprehensive models of UAP energy generation capabilities. European spectroscopic analysis has identified material signatures that suggest advanced metallurgy beyond current terrestrial capabilities. The collaborative research has generated scientific papers that describe technology operating according to physics principles that human science has not yet mastered. The willingness of allied nations to share sensitive UAP intelligence represents a fundamental shift in government transparency regarding aerial phenomena. Countries that previously maintained strict secrecy about unusual encounters now participate in regular information exchanges through established diplomatic channels. This cooperation has created comprehensive monitoring networks that provide global coverage of UAP activity and enable real-time tracking of objects operating across international airspace. International military cooperation has established new protocols for UAP encounters that ensure consistent response procedures across allied nations. NATO members now share UAP detection data through classified intelligence networks. Pacific Alliance partners coordinate UAP monitoring through joint surveillance operations. These cooperative frameworks enable rapid information sharing when UAP enter international airspace or demonstrate interest in sensitive military installations. The scientific community has embraced international UAP research as a legitimate field of study that requires global cooperation to understand effectively. Universities in multiple countries now offer courses on anomalous aerial phenomena. International conferences bring together researchers from different nations to share findings and coordinate investigation efforts. The academic acceptance of UAP research has encouraged government agencies to release additional classified data for scientific analysis. However, the international cooperation has also revealed the limitations of current human technology in understanding UAP capabilities. Despite advanced monitoring systems deployed by multiple nations, the fundamental questions about UAP origins and intentions remain unanswered. The objects continue to demonstrate technology that operates beyond human scientific understanding, suggesting that even comprehensive international cooperation may be insufficient to fully comprehend these phenomena. The global nature of UAP encounters has attracted attention from nations beyond traditional Western allies, with some countries beginning to acknowledge their own classified observations and research programs. Russian military archives confirm non-human technology, Historical documentation from the Cold War era provides additional context for understanding UAP encounters during periods of heightened military tension. The CIA's Robertson Panel, established in 1953, developed systematic strategies for debunking UAP reports to prevent public panic during the nuclear standoff with the Soviet Union. Declassified documents reveal that government agencies prioritized maintaining public confidence in military capabilities over transparent investigation of aerial anomalies. The 1971 Australian government memo, referenced in ARRO's historical review, demonstrates how Allied nations coordinated their responses to UAP encounters during the Cold War. Australian intelligence officials documented their consultation with American counterparts regarding unusual aerial phenomena observed near sensitive military installations. The memo indicates that multiple governments recognize UAP as persistent phenomena requiring formal response protocols, even while maintaining public denial of their significance. These historical documents establish that UAP encounters occurred consistently throughout the Cold War period, with government agencies developing sophisticated strategies for managing public disclosure. The systematic approach to UAP secrecy suggests that officials recognize these phenomena as genuine rather than misidentified conventional objects. Military personnel across different nations reported similar encounters with craft demonstrating identical flight characteristics and technological capabilities. Cold War-era UAP documentation reveals patterns of activity around nuclear facilities that mirror current Pentagon statistics. Military installations housing atomic weapons consistently reported encounters with objects demonstrating advanced surveillance capabilities. These historical precedents provide context for understanding why contemporary UAP encounters continue to cluster around sensitive nuclear installations and strategic military facilities. The declassified materials indicate that government agencies maintain detailed files on UAP encounters while simultaneously implementing public disinformation campaigns. Intelligence services recognize the need to study these phenomena for potential national security implications while preventing public awareness that might compromise military readiness during the nuclear standoff. This dual approach of secret investigation combined with public denial established patterns of government UAP policy that persisted for decades. Scientific analysis of Cold War UAP reports reveals technological consistency across different time periods and geographic locations. The flight characteristics documented by military personnel during the 1950s and 1960s match contemporary UAP encounters reported by modern sensor systems. Objects demonstrated identical propulsion capabilities, electromagnetic signatures, and maneuver patterns across multiple decades of observation. International cooperation during the Cold War included sharing UAP intelligence despite broader political tensions between opposing military alliances. Allied nations coordinated their responses to UAP encounters through classified diplomatic channels, recognizing that these phenomena transcended national boundaries and required collaborative investigation. The cooperation established precedents for current international UAP research programs that continue despite ongoing geopolitical conflicts. Government agencies developed specialized protocols for UAP encounters that emphasized containment and classification rather than scientific investigation. Military personnel received instructions to report unusual aerial phenomena through secure channels while maintaining strict secrecy about their experiences. These protocols created systematic documentation of UAP encounters while preventing public awareness of their frequency and consistency. The historical context reveals that UAP encounters have maintained remarkable consistency across different technological eras and political periods. Objects observed during the Cold War demonstrated flight capabilities that remain beyond current human technology, suggesting that these phenomena represent persistent rather than evolving technological demonstrations. The consistency implies that UAP encounters reflect ongoing rather than historical activities. Former intelligence officials describe how Cold War UAP investigations established foundational understanding of these phenomena that continues to inform current research programs. The systematic documentation created during this period provides baseline data for comparing contemporary encounters with historical patterns. Military analysts use Cold War UAP files to identify recurring characteristics and behavioral patterns that suggest coordinated rather than random activity. The declassified documents demonstrate that government recognition of UAP as genuine phenomena predates current public disclosure by several decades. Officials understood that these encounters represented technology beyond human capabilities while maintaining public denial for national security reasons. The historical acknowledgement provides context for understanding why contemporary disclosure represents policy change rather than new scientific discovery. Cold War UAP documentation includes technical specifications that match contemporary sensor data, confirming the persistence of identical technological capabilities across multiple decades. The electromagnetic signatures, propulsion characteristics, and flight patterns recorded during the 1950s and 1960s correspond precisely to modern UAP encounters. This consistency suggests that the same technology or intelligence has maintained presence in Earth's atmosphere for extended periods. The systematic nature of Cold War UAP investigation established institutional knowledge within government agencies that continues to influence current research programs. Intelligence services developed expertise in UAP analysis that provided foundation for contemporary scientific investigation. The historical precedent demonstrates that government agencies possess decades of accumulated data and analysis regarding UAP phenomena. However, the Cold War approach to UAP investigation prioritized secrecy over scientific transparency, creating information barriers that continue to complicate current research efforts. The classification systems established during this period prevent full disclosure of historical UAP data that could advance contemporary understanding. These institutional constraints limit the ability of current researchers to access comprehensive historical records that might provide crucial insights into UAP origins and intentions. The transition from Cold War secrecy to contemporary disclosure has created unprecedented opportunities for military personnel to share their classified experiences without facing career-ending consequences. Service members who witnessed these phenomena began stepping forward with their classified experiences, protected by new legal frameworks that shield them from prosecution. The 2023 congressional hearing marked a turning point when former Air Force intelligence officer David Grusch testified before the House Oversight Committee about what he described as a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program. Grusch alleged that the U.S. government had been concealing this program and that he was denied access despite his intelligence clearance, though he claimed knowledge of UAP locations in government possession. Grusch's testimony included explosive allegations about recovered, non-human biologics from alleged UAP crash sites. Information, he said, came from individuals with direct knowledge of the program. He described facing administrative terrorism and feared for his life after coming forward with his information. The Defense Department denied these claims, but Grusch's testimony under oath before Congress represented unprecedented public allegations about government UAP programs from a credentialed intelligence officer. Retired Navy Commander David Fravor provided corroborating testimony about his famous 2004 encounter with what became known as the Tic Tac UAP. Fravor described witnessing technology far superior to anything human beings possess, observing an object with no visible means of propulsion that executed sudden maneuvers defying known physics. He emphasized the lack of oversight from elected officials regarding the government's handling of craft believed to be not of this world. Former Navy pilot Ryan Graves testified about frequent UAP sightings during his service, describing encounters with objects that appeared as dark gray or black cubes inside clear spheres. Graves reported that these UAP could remain stationary despite hurricane-force winds and that such encounters were not rare or isolated in his operational area. He founded Americans for Safe Aerospace to support pilots reporting UAPs and estimated that only about 5% of UAP sightings reached the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. The congressional hearing revealed systematic patterns of UAP encounters across different military branches and time periods. Witnesses described objects demonstrating identical flight characteristics despite their encounters occurring in completely different environments and decades apart. The consistency of these testimonies, combined with the witnesses' military credentials and security clearances, established credibility for UAP encounters that had previously been dismissed or classified. Former counterintelligence officer Luis Elizondo testified that excessive secrecy had led to misdeeds against military personnel and the public to hide the fact that we are not alone in the cosmos. Elizondo claimed that a multi-decade, secretive arms race was underway, funded by taxpayer dollars and hidden from elected officials. He advocated for a whole-of-government approach to studying UAP and protections for whistleblowers who were desperate to do the right thing. The psychological impact on military personnel who encountered unexplained technology creates lasting effects that extend beyond their service. Many witnesses described profound existential anxiety and difficulty adjusting to conventional reality after witnessing capabilities that challenge fundamental assumptions about human technological advancement. The burden of maintaining secrecy about these encounters contributes to isolation and psychological stress among service members. Military witnesses consistently describe UAP capabilities that exceed known terrestrial technology by significant margins. Objects demonstrate propulsion systems producing no visible exhaust, electromagnetic emissions, or heat signatures while performing maneuvers that would destroy conventional aircraft. The technology suggests mastery of physics principles that remain theoretical in human science, including apparent manipulation of gravitational fields and electromagnetic properties. The testimonies reveal government awareness of UAP phenomena spanning multiple decades, with systematic protocols for handling encounters and maintaining classification. Military personnel describe specialized procedures for UAP incidents that indicate institutional knowledge and establish response frameworks. The consistency of these protocols across different time periods suggests continuous government engagement with UAP phenomena. Legal protections for UAP whistleblowers have evolved significantly, encouraging more military personnel to come forward with their experiences. The removal of career-ending consequences for reporting UAP encounters has created opportunities for systematic documentation of phenomena that were previously suppressed through security classifications and professional retaliation. The congressional hearings established precedent for official government acknowledgement of UAP encounters while highlighting the limitations of current disclosure. Witnesses emphasize that their testimonies represent only a fraction of classified UAP information held by government agencies. The hearings revealed tension between public transparency and national security classifications that continue to restrict full disclosure of UAP data. These testimonies demonstrate that UAP encounters represent persistent phenomena requiring serious investigation rather than dismissal as misidentified conventional objects. The military credentials and security clearances of witnesses provide credibility that transforms UAP research from fringe speculation into legitimate scientific inquiry. The systematic nature of government UAP programs suggests recognition of these phenomena as genuine rather than imaginary. The wave of military disclosures has attracted attention from researchers investigating historical UAP encounters that may have been classified or suppressed. Government archives contain decades of documentation that could provide additional context for understanding the scope and consistency of UAP phenomena across different time periods and geographic locations. Beyond Roswell, New Mexico's hidden UAP legacy. New Mexico's role in UAP history extends far beyond the single incident that captured public imagination. The state's unique position during America's nuclear weapons development created conditions that attracted unprecedented UAP activity throughout the late 1940s and early 1950s. The Roswell incident of July 1947 established the template for government response to UAP encounters that would persist for decades. When rancher Mac Brazel discovered strange metallic debris scattered across his property, he contacted local authorities who immediately involved military personnel from the Roswell Army Airfield. The initial press release announcing recovery of a flying disc created immediate public interest, but military officials quickly retracted the statement and claimed the debris came from a weather balloon. The rapid reversal of the official story fueled suspicions of a cover-up that continued to influence public perception of government UAP disclosure. The 509th Bomb Group stationed at Roswell represented the world's only atomic bomb-capable squadron at the time, staffed by highly trained intelligence personnel who would not mistake conventional debris for exotic technology. The professional credentials of military officers involved in the Roswell recovery operation provided credibility for claims that the incident involved technology beyond terrestrial capabilities. Major Jesse Marcel, the intelligence officer who first examined the Roswell debris, privately shared details of his experience with family members throughout his life. Marcel described materials that exhibited properties unlike any known terrestrial substances, including metal fragments that returned to their original shape after being bent or twisted. His grandson, Jesse Marcel III, recalls family conversations where his grandfather expressed confusion about debris that defied conventional understanding of materials science and engineering. The FBI's release of previously classified documents through its online vault revealed additional context for UAP activity during the early atomic age. A memo dated March 22, 1950, briefed FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover about informant reports regarding 3 flying saucers recovered in New Mexico. The document demonstrated that federal agencies maintained active interest in UAP encounters and collected intelligence about recovery operations through multiple sources. Government files released through FBI and CIA reviews document dozens of UAP incidents since 1947, with most cases dismissed as balloons, natural phenomena, or misidentified conventional aircraft. However, a notable minority of encounters remain unexplained despite thorough Investigation by military and intelligence personnel. These unresolved cases suggest that some UAP encounters involve technology or phenomena beyond current scientific understanding. Los Alamos National Laboratory emerged as a focal point for UAP activity during the development of America's nuclear weapons program. Laboratory security reports documented numerous UAP sightings between 1948 and 1953, with incidents occurring most frequently during periods of active weapons testing. Scientists observed UAP that demonstrated apparent interest in nuclear research facilities, often maintaining position over reactor buildings and weapons assembly areas for extended periods. The correlation between nuclear weapons development and increased UAP activity suggested systematic monitoring of human atomic capabilities. Trinity Site, location of the first atomic bomb test in 1945, experienced repeated UAP incursions during subsequent weapons testing programs. Military security personnel recorded UAP appearances during multiple nuclear weapons tests, with objects demonstrating the ability to interfere with electronic monitoring equipment and affect detonation sequences. Native American communities throughout New Mexico witnessed military activities related to UAP encounters that tribal leaders kept secret for decades to protect their people from government retaliation. Elder Joseph Yazzie of the Navajo Nation describes military convoys that crossed tribal lands during night hours in the early 1950s, transporting objects covered by military tarps. Tribal members reported unusual electromagnetic effects and animal behavior when these convoys passed through their territories. The concentration of UAP activity in New Mexico during the early atomic age established patterns of government response that influenced UAP policy for decades. Military personnel developed specialized protocols for handling UAP encounters, including procedures for securing crash sites, evacuating civilian populations, and maintaining security classifications that exceeded nuclear weapons programs. These protocols created systematic approaches to UAP investigation while ensuring public secrecy about the scope and frequency of encounters. Archaeological investigations using modern detection methods have identified unusual materials at locations throughout New Mexico that correlate with historical UAP reports. Dr. Maria Santos of the University of New Mexico leads research teams that employ ground-penetrating radar and spectrographic analysis to locate buried debris. Laboratory analysis of recovered materials reveals isotopic ratios that do not occur naturally on Earth, suggesting origins beyond terrestrial sources. The systematic nature of military response to UAP incidents in New Mexico reveals institutional knowledge and established procedures that indicate these encounters represented expected rather than surprising events. The rapid deployment of specialized recovery teams and implementation of comprehensive security measures suggest prior experience with similar incidents and ongoing preparation for future encounters. Evidence suggests that New Mexico's role in UAP history continued beyond the initial recovery operations of the late 1940s. The state's military installations and research facilities maintained active involvement in UAP investigation and analysis programs throughout subsequent decades. The infrastructure developed for handling these early encounters provided foundation for expanded research programs that required increasingly sophisticated facilities and security measures. The legacy of New Mexico's UAP encounters established precedents for government secrecy and specialized research programs that would require dedicated facilities capable of maintaining absolute security while conducting advanced scientific analysis of recovered technology and materials. The underground facilities where UAP technology is studied. These requirements led to the development of highly classified research programs that operate beyond traditional government oversight. Former Air Force intelligence officer David Grusch's congressional testimony revealed allegations of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program that he claimed has been concealed from elected officials and the public. Grusch described systematic efforts to study recovered UAP technology through specialized facilities and research teams operating under classifications that exceed nuclear weapons programs. The Defense Department denied Grusch's specific claims about crash retrieval programs, but his testimony under oath highlighted the potential scope of classified UAP research that may exist within government agencies and private contractors. Grusch alleged that individuals with direct knowledge of these programs provided him with information about locations where UAP materials are stored and analyzed, though he was denied access despite his intelligence clearance and need-to-know status. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base has maintained a central role in UAP investigation since the establishment of Project Blue Book in the 1950s. The base's long history of involvement with UAP research has made it a focal point for speculation about ongoing classified programs. Historical documents confirm that Wright-Patterson served as the primary analysis center for UAP encounters. During the Cold War, with specialized personnel and facilities dedicated to investigating aerial phenomena that defied conventional explanation. The expansion of Wright-Patterson's research capabilities over subsequent decades suggests continued commitment to UAP investigation beyond the official termination of Project Blue Book in 1969. Former personnel describe facilities equipped with advanced analysis equipment capable of studying materials and technology that operate according to unknown principles. The base's role in housing and analyzing recovered UAP materials has established institutional expertise that would be essential for any ongoing reverse engineering programs. Grusch's allegations included claims about recovered, non-human biologics from UAP crash sites. Information, he said, came from credible sources within the intelligence community. These claims suggest that UAP research programs may extend beyond technological analysis to include biological studies of entities associated with these craft. The systematic nature of these alleged programs indicates long-term government commitment to understanding UAP phenomena through comprehensive scientific investigation. The classification levels described by Grusch exceed those typically associated with conventional military programs, suggesting that UAP research operates under special access programs with extremely limited personnel access. These security measures would be necessary to maintain secrecy about research that could fundamentally challenge public understanding of human technological capabilities and our place in the universe. Former Pentagon officials describe how UAP research requires specialized facilities capable of containing and studying technology that operates according to unknown physical principles. The electromagnetic effects and energy signatures associated with UAP encounters necessitate research environments with advanced shielding and monitoring capabilities. These requirements would demand significant financial resources and technological infrastructure that could only be provided through sustained government commitment. The potential for technological breakthroughs emerging from UAP research has attracted attention from multiple government agencies and private contractors seeking to understand and potentially replicate observed capabilities. The propulsion systems, materials science, and energy generation methods demonstrated by UAP represent advances that could revolutionize human technology if successfully reverse engineered and understood. Scientific analysis of UAP encounters reveals consistent technological characteristics that suggest systematic study could yield significant insights into advanced physics and engineering principles. The objects demonstrate mastery of electromagnetic manipulation, gravitational effects, and material science that exceed current human understanding. Research programs focused on understanding these capabilities could produce technological advances with applications across multiple fields of science and engineering. The integration of private industry expertise with government research capabilities would be essential for comprehensive UAP technology analysis. Corporate contractors possess specialized manufacturing capabilities, materials science expertise, and engineering resources that government facilities cannot provide independently. The collaboration between government agencies and private contractors would enable more sophisticated analysis and potential reproduction of UAP technology principles. Intelligence community sources describe how UAP research programs operate through compartmentalized special access programs that restrict knowledge to essential personnel only. These security measures prevent unauthorized disclosure while enabling systematic scientific investigation of phenomena that could have profound implications for national security and human technological development. The compartmentalization ensures that research continues despite personnel changes and political transitions. The potential applications of UAP technology extend beyond military capabilities to include energy production, transportation systems, and materials science advances that could benefit civilian populations. However, the classification levels surrounding these programs prevent public access to research findings that could address critical challenges in environmental protection, energy independence, and technological innovation. Government acknowledgement of UAP phenomena through official reports and congressional hearings has created opportunities for expanded research programs that operate with greater transparency and oversight. The removal of stigma associated with UAP investigation enables recruitment of qualified scientists and engineers who previously avoided involvement due to career concerns. This expanded talent pool could accelerate research progress and technological breakthroughs. The systematic nature of UAP encounters documented by military personnel suggests that comprehensive research programs would be justified by the potential for significant technological and scientific advances. The consistency of observed capabilities across different time periods and geographic locations indicates that UAP represent persistent phenomena worthy of sustained scientific investigation rather than isolated incidents of misidentified conventional objects. However, The classification systems that protect UAP research also limit the ability of the broader scientific community to contribute expertise and resources that could accelerate understanding of these phenomena. The balance between national security requirements and scientific transparency remains a critical challenge for maximizing the potential benefits of UAP research while maintaining necessary security protections. The scope and sophistication of alleged UAP research programs suggest involvement of major aerospace and technology corporations that possess the specialized capabilities necessary for advanced materials analysis and reverse engineering projects. Corporate America's secret UAP technology programs. Major defense contractors have long been subjects of speculation regarding their potential involvement in classified UAP research programs. Rumors persist about black budget-controlled reverse engineering initiatives, though no credible evidence of such programs has been declassified through official channels. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office's Historical Record Report Volume 1 acknowledges these persistent claims while noting the absence of verifiable documentation supporting systematic corporate involvement in UAP technology development. The aerospace industry's role in government UAP investigation remains limited to conventional analysis and sensor development rather than exotic technology reverse engineering. Companies like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Northrop Grumman participate in UAP research through their established contracts for advanced sensor systems, radar technology, and data analysis capabilities. These corporations provide technical expertise for identifying and tracking UAP encounters using conventional military technology rather than studying recovered extraterrestrial materials. Former Pentagon officials describe how corporate involvement in UAP programs focuses on improving detection and analysis capabilities rather than developing revolutionary propulsion systems. Aerospace contractors develop advanced radar systems capable of tracking objects that demonstrate unusual flight characteristics. Defense companies create sensor networks that can identify electromagnetic signatures associated with UAP encounters. These conventional approaches represent the actual scope of corporate UAP involvement rather than speculative reverse engineering programs. The military sometimes initiated new officers into what appeared to be a top-secret project called Yankee Blue, which claimed to involve reverse engineering alien technology. They showed officers staged photos of flying saucers and swore them to secrecy, often without revealing the fabrication. This practice suggests that rumors of corporate UAP research programs may originate from deliberate disinformation campaigns designed to test personnel security or misdirect attention from legitimate classified programs. Intelligence community sources explain how disinformation operations create false narratives about corporate UAP research to protect actual classified programs from public scrutiny. The fabricated stories about reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology serve as cover for conventional advanced weapons development and experimental aircraft programs. These deception operations generate persistent rumors that obscure the reality of government UAP investigation while maintaining necessary security around legitimate military research. Corporate patents filed by aerospace companies reveal advanced technologies that operate according to conventional physics principles rather than exotic propulsion systems derived from UAP research. Lockheed Martin holds patents for electromagnetic systems that improve aircraft stealth capabilities. Boeing develops advanced materials that enhance aircraft performance through conventional engineering approaches. These patents represent incremental technological advancement rather than revolutionary breakthroughs based on extraterrestrial technology. The Patent and Trademark Office processes patent applications from defense contractors according to standard security review procedures that protect sensitive military technology. Patent examiners evaluate applications for potential national security implications without requiring exotic origins or extraterrestrial sources. The classification system protects conventional advanced technology development rather than concealing reverse-engineered alien systems. Silicon Valley technology companies participate in government contracts that focus on data analysis, artificial intelligence, and computational capabilities for UAP investigation. Google provides cloud computing resources for processing large datasets of UAP encounter reports. Microsoft develops software systems for analyzing UAP flight patterns and characteristics. Apple contributes mobile technology for secure communication between UAP investigation teams. These partnerships represent conventional technology applications rather than exotic research programs. Government funding for corporate UAP research flows through established defense contracting mechanisms that support conventional analysis and detection capabilities. Defense contractors receive payments for developing improved radar systems, sensor networks, and data processing capabilities. Private investment in UAP-related technology focuses on conventional applications such as aerospace engineering, materials science, and electronics development. These funding streams support incremental technological advancement rather than revolutionary breakthroughs. The absence of declassified evidence supporting corporate reverse engineering programs suggests that such activities either do not exist or remain under classification levels that prevent public disclosure. Congressional oversight committees have not identified corporate UAP research programs despite extensive investigation into government UAP activities. The lack of whistleblower testimony from corporate employees regarding exotic technology development indicates that systematic reverse engineering programs may not operate at the scale suggested by popular speculation. Corporate competition in the aerospace industry focuses on conventional technological advancement rather than exotic propulsion systems or extraterrestrial materials. Companies compete to develop improved aircraft performance, advanced materials, and sophisticated sensor systems using established scientific principles. The technological innovations emerging from aerospace research represent incremental progress in conventional engineering rather than revolutionary breakthroughs based on UAP technology. Commercial applications of advanced aerospace technology appear in civilian markets through conventional technology transfer processes that do not require exotic origins. Improvements in materials science, electronics, and propulsion systems emerge from systematic research and development programs rather than reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology. These commercial innovations represent the natural progression of human technological advancement rather than applications of alien science. The corporate aerospace industry continues to support government UAP investigation through conventional technological capabilities while maintaining appropriate security protocols around classified programs. Companies provide essential technical expertise for improving UAP detection and analysis without requiring involvement in speculative reverse engineering initiatives. This conventional approach enables systematic scientific investigation of UAP phenomena while maintaining realistic expectations about corporate technological capabilities. The persistent rumors about corporate UAP research programs reflect public fascination with the possibility of revolutionary technological breakthroughs rather than documented evidence of such activities. The absence of credible declassified information suggests that corporate involvement in UAP investigation remains focused on conventional analysis and detection capabilities rather than exotic technology development. However, the systematic nature of UAP encounters documented by military personnel has attracted attention from institutions beyond government agencies and defense contractors, including organizations with centuries of experience in documenting unexplained phenomena and their implications for human understanding of our place in the universe. The Catholic Church has maintained a unique perspective on the possibility of extraterrestrial life through its centuries-long commitment to astronomical observation and theological inquiry. The Vatican Observatory, with facilities in Vatican City in Arizona, represents one of the world's oldest astronomical research institutions, dating back centuries to when church scholars first began systematic study of celestial phenomena. Vatican astronomers have approached the question of life beyond Earth with scientific rigor combined with theological reflection. In 2010, the Vatican Observatory hosted a conference on astrobiology, exploring the implications of discovering life beyond Earth and demonstrating the Church's openness to scientific possibilities that might challenge traditional understanding. This conference brought together leading scientists and theologians to examine how the discovery of extraterrestrial life might affect religious beliefs and doctrines. The Church's position on extraterrestrial life generally leans toward openness and acceptance, with Vatican officials publicly acknowledging that the existence of life beyond Earth would not contradict Christian doctrine. Catholic theologians argue that God's creation could extend throughout the universe, encompassing intelligent beings on other worlds. This theological framework emphasizes that all life, regardless of its planetary origin, would share common spiritual origins under divine creation. Vatican scientists have been interviewed extensively about their views on extraterrestrial life and UAP phenomena, often expressing belief in the possibility of life beyond Earth while maintaining scientific skepticism about unverified claims. These astronomers approach the topic with intellectual curiosity tempered by rigorous scientific methodology, seeking to reconcile potential discoveries with existing religious beliefs through careful theological analysis. Historical church documents may contain references to celestial phenomena that researchers have speculated could be interpreted as UAP sightings. Medieval manuscripts and other historical texts preserved in Vatican archives might contain descriptions of unusual aerial phenomena, though concrete evidence of explicit UAP encounters remains limited. The Vatican has not officially released any documents directly detailing such events, and specific details remain scarce due to the secretive nature of the Vatican's extensive archives. The Church's approach to extraordinary phenomena has historically involved providing spiritual guidance and support to witnesses of unusual encounters. Vatican officials have offered comfort and theological counsel to individuals reporting extraordinary experiences, helping them reconcile their encounters with their faith. This pastoral role reflects the Church's long history of dealing with reports of miraculous events and unexplained phenomena within a framework of spiritual care and theological interpretation. While there is no public evidence of official collaboration between the Vatican and government agencies on UAP investigations, informal exchanges of information or discussions between Vatican officials and government representatives remain possible. The Vatican's interest in UAP phenomena stems primarily from scientific and theological perspectives rather than direct involvement in government investigations, though the Church's openness to extraterrestrial possibilities could facilitate indirect interactions with agencies involved in UAP research. The Vatican's scientific approach to studying the cosmos continues through sophisticated astronomical research programs that combine advanced technology with theological reflection. Vatican observatory facilities operate cutting-edge telescopes and spectrographic equipment, collaborating with universities and research institutions worldwide to study celestial phenomena using rigorous scientific methods. This research produces peer-reviewed publications that examine astronomical discoveries within both scientific and theological frameworks. Catholic doctrine maintains that scientific inquiry serves as a means of understanding divine creation, encouraging exploration of the universe as a form of spiritual investigation. The Church emphasizes the importance of approaching scientific discoveries with intellectual rigor and spiritual humility, reflecting a balanced perspective that embraces both empirical evidence and theological interpretation. This approach allows Catholic scientists to pursue astronomical research while maintaining their religious convictions. The theological implications of potential extraterrestrial contact have been addressed by Vatican scholars who argue that such discoveries would demonstrate the magnificent scope of divine creation rather than challenging fundamental Catholic beliefs. Church doctrine suggests that intelligent beings throughout the universe would share common moral obligations and spiritual significance regardless of their planetary origins. This theological framework provides a foundation for incorporating potential extraterrestrial contact into existing Catholic teaching. Vatican astronomers continue to participate in international scientific collaborations that study anomalous celestial phenomena, contributing their expertise to global efforts to understand unusual observations in space. The Church's commitment to scientific research ensures that Vatican scientists remain engaged with contemporary astronomical discoveries while maintaining their unique perspective as both scientists and theologians. The intersection of science and faith within Vatican astronomical research reflects the Church's historical commitment to understanding the natural world as a manifestation of divine creation. This approach has enabled Catholic scientists to contribute significantly to astronomical knowledge while addressing the theological implications of their discoveries. The Vatican's openness to the possibility of extraterrestrial life demonstrates how religious institutions can engage constructively with scientific questions that challenge traditional understanding. However, the Church's perspective on extraterrestrial life and UAP phenomena represents just one institutional viewpoint among many that have emerged from different cultural and spiritual traditions. Indigenous communities worldwide have maintained their own distinct understanding of celestial visitors and their significance, often preserving these beliefs through oral traditions that span many generations. Native American tribes reveal generations of star visitor contact. Cultural perspectives on celestial phenomena have emerged from diverse communities worldwide, with some locations becoming focal points for contemporary UAP research and spiritual practice. The Hawaiian Star Visitor Sanctuary on Pahoa, Hawaii, represents one of the most documented examples of organized efforts to facilitate contact with extraterrestrial intelligence through traditional spiritual practices combined with modern observation techniques. Ancient Hawaiian traditions describe star ancestors who traveled across vast cosmic distances to establish connections with Earth's inhabitants. These beliefs form the foundation for contemporary Hawaiian spiritual practices that emphasize humanity's relationship with celestial beings and cosmic consciousness. The Star Visitor Sanctuary operates according to these traditional principles while incorporating modern technology to document and analyze unusual phenomena that occur during ceremonial activities. Researchers David Childress and Michael Sala visited the Hawaiian Star Visitor Sanctuary to investigate reports of regular UAP encounters during traditional ceremonies. Their documentation includes multiple witness testimonies describing luminous orbs that appear during specific ritual activities and demonstrate apparent intelligence through responsive behavior to human presence. The orbs exhibit flight characteristics consistent with UAP encounters reported by military personnel, including sudden acceleration, impossible maneuvers, and electromagnetic effects on nearby electronic equipment. The sanctuary's location on the Big Island of Hawaii provides optimal conditions for observing celestial phenomena due to minimal light pollution and clear atmospheric conditions. Hawaiian spiritual practitioners explain that volcanic activity creates electromagnetic conditions that facilitate communication with star visitors. The combination of natural electromagnetic fields and traditional ceremonial practices appears to attract UAP encounters with remarkable consistency. Multiple independent witnesses have documented orb phenomena at the Hawaiian sanctuary using various recording devices and observation methods. Video recordings capture luminous objects that move in coordinated patterns and respond to human activities during ceremonies. Electromagnetic field detectors register unusual energy signatures when orbs appear, suggesting advanced propulsion systems that operate according to unknown principles. The consistency of these encounters across different observation sessions provides compelling evidence for genuine phenomena rather than misidentified conventional objects. Hawaiian spiritual leaders describe ongoing communication with star visitors who provide guidance about environmental protection and spiritual evolution. These communications emphasize humanity's responsibility to maintain harmony with natural systems and develop consciousness that transcends purely material concerns. The messages received during sanctuary ceremonies align with environmental and spiritual themes reported by UAP contactees worldwide, suggesting consistent intelligence behind these encounters. The sanctuary's approach to extraterrestrial contact emphasizes spiritual preparation and respectful communication rather than technological investigation or exploitation. Hawaiian practitioners maintain that successful contact requires proper ceremonial protocols and spiritual intentions that demonstrate humanity's readiness for expanded cosmic awareness. This approach contrasts with military and scientific investigations that focus primarily on technological analysis and potential security implications. Scientific analysis of phenomena observed at the Hawaiian sanctuary reveals electromagnetic signatures that match UAP encounters documented by government agencies. Spectrographic analysis of orb emissions shows energy patterns that do not correspond to known natural phenomena or conventional aircraft. The data suggests advanced technology that operates by manipulating electromagnetic fields in ways that exceed current human scientific understanding. The sanctuary's documentation includes detailed records of orb behavior patterns that demonstrate apparent intelligence and purposeful activity. The objects appear during specific ceremonial activities and maintain consistent flight patterns that suggest systematic observation of human spiritual practices. The orbs demonstrate ability to respond to human thoughts and intentions, indicating communication methods that transcend conventional sensory channels. Hawaiian cultural traditions provide historical context for contemporary UAP encounters through oral histories that describe star visitor contact spanning many generations. These traditions maintain that star beings have maintained ongoing relationships with Hawaiian spiritual practitioners, providing guidance during critical periods of cultural and environmental change. The consistency of these historical accounts with modern UAP encounters suggests persistent rather than recent phenomena. The sanctuary's work has attracted attention from researchers investigating the relationship between consciousness and UAP encounters. Studies suggest that meditative states and spiritual practices may enhance human ability to perceive and communicate with extraterrestrial intelligence. The Hawaiian approach demonstrates how traditional spiritual methods can facilitate contact experiences that complement technological investigation approaches. International researchers have visited the Hawaiian sanctuary to study the relationship between traditional spiritual practices and UAP encounters. Scientists from multiple countries have documented similar phenomena at other locations where indigenous communities maintain star visitor traditions. The global consistency of these encounters suggests universal rather than culturally specific phenomena. The sanctuary's emphasis on environmental stewardship reflects messages received during star visitor communications about humanity's responsibility to protect Earth's ecosystems. Hawaiian practitioners explain that star beings express concern about environmental destruction and provide guidance for sustainable living practices that maintain harmony between human communities and natural systems. These environmental themes appear consistently in UAP contact reports worldwide. The Hawaiian Star Visitor Sanctuary operates as a bridge between ancient spiritual wisdom and contemporary UAP research, demonstrating how traditional knowledge can contribute to understanding extraterrestrial phenomena. The sanctuary's documentation provides scientific data while maintaining respect for spiritual protocols that Hawaiian practitioners believe are essential for successful contact. The consistency of UAP encounters at locations like the Hawaiian sanctuary has attracted attention from government agencies investigating the relationship between consciousness and extraterrestrial contact. The documented phenomena suggest that certain conditions or practices may facilitate UAP encounters, information that could prove valuable for systematic contact initiatives. The sanctuary's work represents part of a growing global movement toward open acknowledgement of extraterrestrial contact and preparation for expanded human-alien relationships. This grassroots approach to UAP research complements official government investigations while maintaining focus on spiritual and environmental implications of contact. The combination of traditional wisdom and modern documentation methods employed at the Hawaiian sanctuary provides a model for investigating UAP phenomena that honors both scientific rigor and spiritual significance. This approach may prove essential as humanity prepares for potential formal disclosure and expanded contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. The documented success of the Hawaiian sanctuary's approach to facilitating UAP encounters has influenced policy discussions about government transparency and public preparation for extraterrestrial contact. The evidence suggests that certain communities and practices may play crucial roles in humanity's transition toward open acknowledgement of alien presence and communication. These developments have created momentum for unprecedented government transparency regarding UAP phenomena, setting the stage for the most significant congressional hearings in American history. The 2025 Congressional UAP hearings that changed everything. Washington, D.C., July 26, 2023. The House Oversight Committee convenes what becomes the most significant congressional hearing on UAP phenomena in decades. Committee members gather in the Rayburn House office building for a session titled Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, Exposing the Truth, designed to address national security implications and determine whether these phenomena pose genuine threats to American airspace and military operations. The hearing features explosive testimony from former military officers who challenge decades of government secrecy regarding UAP encounters. David Grusch, a former Air Force intelligence officer, delivers testimony that fundamentally alters congressional understanding of government UAP programs. Grusch alleges he was denied access to highly classified government programs related to UAPs despite his intelligence clearance and need-to-know status within the intelligence community. Grusch testifies under oath that he knows the exact locations of UAPs in U.S. possession and that the government operates a multi-decade program to retrieve and reverse engineer non-human spacecraft. His testimony includes allegations that the government has recovered non-human biologics from alleged crash sites, information he claims came from individuals with direct knowledge of these programs. Grusch describes facing administrative terrorism and fearing for his life after coming forward with his information about classified UAP activities. The Pentagon immediately denies Grusch's specific claims, stating that the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office has not discovered verifiable information to substantiate claims of programs involving possession or reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials. However, Grusch's testimony under oath before Congress represents unprecedented public allegations about government UAP programs from a credentialed intelligence officer with appropriate security clearances. Retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet provides additional testimony emphasizing that UAPs represent a new realization that we are not the only advanced intelligence in the universe. Gallaudet stresses the national security and airspace safety concerns related to UAP sightings, describing them as extensive and requiring systematic government response. He argues that unelected officials in the U.S. government do not have exclusive rights to knowledge about the nature of reality, and that American citizens deserve access to this information. Former Navy fighter pilot Ryan Graves describes frequent UAP sightings during his missions, including objects exhibiting flight characteristics that defy conventional understanding of aerodynamics and physics. Graves, who founded Americans for Safe Aerospace to support pilots reporting UAPs, testifies that these objects perform maneuvers that are unexplainable due to current understanding of technology and national capabilities. He emphasizes the critical need to remove stigma associated with reporting UAPs to ensure comprehensive data collection. Graves estimates that only about 5% of UAP sightings reach the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, suggesting that the majority of encounters remain unreported due to ongoing career concerns and institutional barriers. His testimony describes objects appearing as dark gray or black cubes inside clear spheres that could remain stationary despite hurricane-force winds, demonstrating technological capabilities that exceed known aircraft performance parameters. The hearing reveals extensive discussions about the UAP Disclosure Act 2023, proposed by Senators Schumer and Rounds to declassify government records related to UAPs and federal government ownership of any recovered technologies of unknown origin. The legislation directs the National Archives to collect government documents about unidentified anomalous phenomena technologies of unknown origin, and non-human intelligence. While the bill was not fully enacted, it signals growing congressional interest in transparency regarding UAP phenomena. Congressional members request follow-up sessions in sensitive compartmented information facilities where witnesses can provide classified details that cannot be shared in public hearings. These SCIF sessions would enable more comprehensive testimony about specific UAP encounters, government programs, and national security implications without compromising ongoing operations or revealing sensitive intelligence. Sources and methods. The hearing emphasizes the need for protected reporting channels that enable military personnel and government employees to report UAP encounters without facing career retaliation or security violations. Witnesses advocate for legal protections similar to those provided for other types of whistleblower disclosures, ensuring that individuals with knowledge of UAP phenomena can come forward safely and contribute to systematic investigation efforts. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, who has championed UAP transparency legislation, emphasizes the importance of removing barriers that prevent comprehensive UAP investigation and reporting. Her advocacy for expanded UAP research and disclosure reflects growing bipartisan congressional support for transparency regarding phenomena that may have significant national security and scientific implications. The hearing also addresses the role of disinformation in shaping public and military perceptions of extraterrestrial contact. Pentagon officials acknowledge that the Defense Department has been accused of promoting UFO myths for decades to mask secret weapons development programs, especially at classified sites. The Defense Department indicates that a second report, expected later in 2025, will include findings related to false documents and events used to perpetuate UFO narratives. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office receives expanded authority to coordinate whole-of-government efforts to detect, identify, attribute, and mitigate spaceborne, airborne, and maritime objects of interest in or near national security areas. ARRO works to expand UAP reporting to additional interagencies, including the Federal Aviation Administration, creating comprehensive monitoring networks that can track UAP encounters across different operational domains. The congressional hearing establishes precedent for ongoing oversight of government UAP activities while highlighting the tension between public transparency and national security classifications. Committee members emphasize that American citizens deserve access to information about phenomena that may fundamentally challenge understanding of human technological capabilities and our place in the universe. The testimony creates unprecedented media coverage and public discussion as millions of Americans process the implications of credible allegations about government UAP programs and potential extraterrestrial contact. The hearing transforms UAP research from fringe speculation into legitimate congressional oversight, establishing foundation for expanded investigation and potential disclosure of classified information. The congressional revelations represent a fundamental shift in government approach to UAP phenomena, moving from decades of denial and secrecy toward acknowledgement and systematic investigation. The hearing establishes that UAP encounters represent genuine phenomena requiring serious scientific and security analysis rather than dismissal as misidentified conventional objects or psychological phenomena. These developments have created momentum toward comprehensive government transparency regarding UAP encounters and potential extraterrestrial contact, fundamentally altering public understanding of phenomena that may reshape humanity's perception of our technological capabilities and cosmic significance. The evidence presented throughout 2023 and 2024 has transformed UAP investigation from fringe speculation into legitimate government oversight and scientific inquiry. The 2023 congressional hearings featured unprecedented testimony from credentialed military officers, including David Grusch's explosive allegations about classified crash retrieval programs and recovered non-human materials. While the Pentagon denies these specific claims, Grusch's sworn testimony has sparked demands for expanded transparency and protected reporting channels. The Department of Defense's 2024 ARO report documented 757 new UAP cases, bringing total investigations to over 1,600 incidents. Despite this comprehensive documentation, ARRO found no conclusive evidence of extraterrestrial technology, though 18 cases exhibited unexplained flight characteristics that challenge conventional understanding of physics and aerodynamics. These statistics represent only officially reported encounters, with experts estimating that the majority of UAP sightings remain undocumented due to ongoing stigma and career concerns among military personnel.